Here we go. We are back with the film side of the 2021 Damian Awards. I hate saying that any name like that. I know I did it, and I'm the one that named it that. It's egotistical, but this entire thing is full of ego, so might as well lean into it, at least for this year, right? So, same as last one, we're going to get into what is 4 films that I haven't been able to see or have chosen not to see yet this season that are notable and will not be appearing in these awards due to that. The movies are Drive My Car, A Hero, Cyrano, and Spider-Man No Way Home. I've not seen any of those, therefore that is why they are not on this ballot. Okay, jumping right into it. Biggest flop, this was a fun one. We have Old, Malignant, The Card Counter, Candyman, and Dear Evan Hansen. And the winner for biggest flop goes to Old. That movie was so bad, I thought it was a comedy. If you haven't seen it, I'd almost recommend seeing it because you're going to laugh really hard at how bad it really is. Or you'll just laugh at it. Go and think it's a comedy, you'll still laugh, but there you go. Best foreign language film. We got Titan, The Hand of God, and The Worst Person in the World. And the award goes to The Hand of God. It is on Netflix. It's a great film. It tells a very heart-wrenching story about family, love, and loss. And I think the direction and cinematography are incredible. So, go watch it. Best cinematography, we got The Tragedy of Macbeth, The Power of the Dog, Nightmare Alley, and Dune. And the winner for best cinematography is Dune. I think that's, between that and Tragedy of Macbeth, it was closer than you think, but also Nightmare Alley and Power of the Dog, taking nothing away from them. All of these things, beautiful cinematography. So good, I'd watch all of them just for that. But we got, Dune was just another level. I think it wasn't one of my favorite movies of the year. I thought it might be, but the technical aspect of it was unbelievable. So, congratulations to Dune. Also, another nominee for that I keep forgetting was The Green Knight. Also very beautifully shot. Okay, best screenplay. The nominees are Licorice Pizza by Paul Thomas Anderson, The Humans, Stephen Karam, Belfast, Kenneth Branagh, Mass, Fran Kranz, and Nightmare Alley by Guillermo del Toro. And the winner is Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza. I've learned recently that this man's just one of the best film personalities there is out there through producing, writing, directing. He just does it all at the very peak of its game. That wasn't the right way to say that, but he is the best at every single thing he does. One of the best at every single thing he does, and that maybe he's not the best director, maybe he's not the best writer, maybe he's not the best at, but it's like the fact that he's in that conversation for all of them makes him probably the best film geek there is. So congratulations to him. Best director. We have Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, Denis Villeneuve for Dune, Joel Cohen for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, and Paolo Sorrentino for The Hand of God. And the winner for Best Director is Joel Cohen for The Tragedy of Macbeth. I can't say enough about this, so I'm just going to be very brief and be very frank. I'm not usually a fan of black and white, but this is far and away my favorite non-traditional black and white film. By non-traditional, I mean just it didn't have to be black and white. Present day, I guess you'd say. This needed to be in black and white to be as effective as it was. The choice to do that, the way he did with what he did with lighting, the way he used so many things to his advantage that you wouldn't even think about. Amazing. I don't know how he didn't get nominated for everything. I think it was far and away my favorite directing performance this year. And that's not to say much because this was a strong year for direction, and for him to come up tops as far as he did for me just shows how well he directed this. One of my favorite directions of my experience in watching film. Best Supporting Actress. We have Ann Dowd in Mass, Rebecca Ferguson in Dune, Katrina Balfe for Belfast, Anjanou Ellis for King Richard, and Catherine Hunter for The Tragedy of Macbeth. And the award goes to Catherine Hunter from The Tragedy of Macbeth. Yes, they went back to back. Catherine Hunter is in a limited amount of this movie, probably all around has maybe 10 minutes of screen time. This really is an award for the fact that opening the movie, she has, I think, like 3 minutes just by herself, and what she does in that 3 minutes is some of the best acting and performing you will ever see in your life on screen, bar none. What she does physically, vocally, and just her presence on that camera, along with the direction and cinematography, makes for probably one of the most special experiences you'll see in a movie ever. And it's just her in front of the camera. So please watch it. Magical. Congratulations, Catherine Hunter. Best Supporting Actor. We have Jonathan Isaacs from Mass, Andrew Garfield from The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and John Bernthal from King Richard, Woody Norman from Come On, Come On, and Bradley Cooper in Licorice Pizza. And the award for Best Supporting Actor goes to Woody Norman in Come On, Come On. That is going to shock and bamboozle anyone that's watching this that knows me. Everyone probably thought I was going to say Bradley Cooper. He was great, but if you watch Come On, Come On and realize just one thing, that Woody Norman is a 10-year-old British boy, and he has the most believable American accent. As an actor, you can see how challenging that is for anyone, and for him to do it the way he does it in this movie is enough to win this award alone, and his performance, keeping up with Joaquin Phoenix, who while he's doing a more subtle role is still Joaquin Phoenix. This kid is incredible. I don't know how he wasn't getting more. I think he got like a Critics' Choice or Young Actors, whatever. This is my favorite supporting actor performance this year, and I never thought I'd like that. I say that because I'm not usually a fan of child actors, but man, did he flip that coin on its head. Bradley Cooper was amazing. Nothing away from all these performances were great, but Woody Norman stood out to me, so congratulations, Woody Norman. Best Actress, Musical, or Comedy. We have Alana Haim in Licorice Pizza, Jennifer Lawrence in Don't Look Up, and Rachel Zegler in West Side Story. And the award for Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy goes to Jennifer Lawrence. I do think Alana Haim was very good. Rachel Zegler was great in a movie that I don't think was fantastic. But Alana Haim was right there with her. I just think Jennifer Lawrence made me laugh a little bit more. I think Jennifer Lawrence's comedic timing in that is, man, I wasn't big on the Oscars when she won it for Silver Linings Playbook. A lot of people said she shouldn't have and she was more supporting, whatever. But after watching even that film, I was like, just for how much she made me laugh, I would have given it to her too. Same for this. I don't know if she's not getting Oscar nominations for this, because I think she's even funnier in this than she was in that, but save that for another day. Congratulations, Jennifer Lawrence. Best Actor, Musical or Comedy, Adam Driver in Annette, Ben Platt and Dear Evan Hansen, Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom, Leonardo DiCaprio in Don't Look Up, and Simon Rex in Red Rocket. And the winner for Best Actor, Musical or Comedy is Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom. This was a tough one between him and Adam Driver and DiCaprio and Simon Rex. I think Ben Platt's the only one here that I really didn't think so. I do think people hated on Ben Platt for the age thing, but I think if you put that aside, his performance is incredible still. I've seen him do this part on stage, and he does a lot of that same thing on screen, so I know what really went into it for him. You know, if he were just to do it on screen, you could see that maybe they do 18,000 takes, so all the crying may not mean as much, but I've seen him do it live, and I know he can do that shit in one take, so he did stuff in one take. I had to put him here. He still really impressed me in a movie that didn't impress me. Adam Driver was fantastic in that. That movie did not get nearly enough attention as it should have because it was weird. DiCaprio's DiCaprio, so, you know. And Simon Rex just played a part that was perfectly written for him. So, but Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom, that was a career-defining part for him in a movie that I didn't love, but his performance was fantastic. Seeing him in a biofilm was different. I know Hacksaw Ridge not technically it is, but this was more of what we usually see, which is not war movies for biofilms, but just the story of someone's life and a tragic story of someone's life. But he was great. He was funny. He was heartbreaking. He was super charismatic. And in a career that's already filled with so many great parts, this was the best he's had yet, so I had to give it to him. Best Actress Drama. Jodie Comer in The Last Duel. Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Kristen Stewart in Spencer. Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos. Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter. And the award for Best Actress in a Drama goes to Jodie Comer in The Last Duel. That's going to take a lot of people by surprise. Jessica Chastain and Kristen Stewart were right there as well. Nicole Kidman had a great performance. The movie was so lackluster. She really didn't have a shot here, though. Same for Olivia Colman. I wasn't a huge fan of Lost Daughter. It was my favorite movie Colman's done, but the movie wasn't great. Chastain's movie wasn't great. Spencer's was probably better than Eyes of Tammy Faye a little bit. So both of them are right there. I think Chastain was a career-defining thing. Stewart, definitely career-defining. It really came down to Stewart and Comer for me. And the thing is just, I kept thinking I should say Spencer, I should say Stewart, and I kept rewatching Jodie Comer in The Last Duel, and eventually I went, okay, even though it doesn't feel necessarily right, it's how I really feel. I think Jodie Comer has been slept on all season. She's so good in this that it's going to make me watch Killing Eve because I know she's great in that. And yeah, man, Jodie Comer in The Last Duel is so slept on. That movie is so she's so very good. So congratulations. Best lead actress in a drama goes to Jodie Comer in The Last Duel. Best actor drama, we've got Will Smith in King Richard, Bradley Cooper in Nightmare Alley, Denzel Washington in The Tragedy of Macbeth, Mahershala Ali in Swan Song, and Dev Patel in The Green Knight. And the award for Best Actor Drama goes to Will Smith in King Richard. That was really easy for me. I think that this was one of, I don't think this was his best performance, but I think it's one of his best performance. I love him in biofilms, so I knew that that was the only way he was ever going to get it, because that's the only way he ever gets nominated. And I think this is his year. I think for the Oscars this is his year, but I also think just for me, among some very good performances, none great, I think his was very good. So, give it to him. Best score. Got King Richard, Dune, Come On, Come On, 9 Days, and The Green Knight. And the award for Best Score goes to Come On, Come On by Aaron and Bryce Desner. Not going to surprise people because Dune has been sweeping and Hans Zimmer's never won an Oscar. I do still hope he wins the Oscar because I don't think anything. I think King Richard's the only other thing here that's nominated at the Oscars. I do think Dune will win. I think among the things that are getting nominated, Dune is great. But Come On, Come On really just resonated with me. It's such a subtle score that makes you feel exactly what you want to feel for that movie. That movie's getting slept on for awards because of the fact that it's all just kind of subtleties and just a slice of life. But I love movies like that. And I think with movies like that, you need such a strong score as far as what fits. And they hit it on the nose better than I've seen in years. So I had to give it to them. If you haven't listened to the score for that, please do. It'll make you feel some type of way. But yeah, Come On, Come On wins Best Score. Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. The nominees are Annette, The French Dispatch, Licorice Pizza, Don't Look Up, and Red Rocket. And the Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy award goes to Don't Look Up. It's pretty much split down the middle between who loves and who hates, and there's nobody who just likes. I loved it. I think it's hilarious. I mean, maybe it's because I really like DiCaprio. I'm a fan of Adam McKay and Jennifer Lawrence. I think it's hilarious. But I think Jonah Hill is great in it. I had an old professor of mine post on like Facebook saying he was like, I just don't know what Jonah Hill's deal is. I don't think anybody does. He's kind of confusing as far as like what his brand really is, but still funny. Timothée Chalamet is so slept on. He almost made my featured actor, my supporting actor nominations just because he's so funny in this movie and nobody talks about that enough. But I think among Licorice Pizza, which is a very good movie, and Annette, which was right there with it, Red Rocket, very good, and even The French Dispatch made me laugh out loud at times. Don't Look Up just had everything that all these movies have combined all in one, except for, Annette being a musical, it didn't have that, but Don't Look Up wins. And lastly, for the Damian Awards of 2021, before I even get into this, I want to thank anybody who watched, thank anybody who filled out ballots. I know this was completely selfish, self-absorbed, and egotistical of me to do this, but I really appreciate anybody who took the time out to do that, or anybody who's even taken the time out to watch this, whether it be by your own choice, by your own accord, or because you're sitting there in front of the screen, on your TV, my phone, or your phone, because I'm sitting right next to you, forcing you to do it. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I won't forget that you did it, because there's not many of you, so I won't forget you. Okay, Best Picture Drama. The nominees are King Richard, The Last Duel, A Quiet Place 2, The Green Knight, and Come On, Come On. And the winner for Best Picture Drama for the Damian Awards 2021 is The Last Duel. Now, any single one of these could have won. This was such a all of these were, I think, 4.5s in my letterbox. 4.5s, 4.5 stars. And it really came down to, for a while, it was King Richard. For a little while, well, starting off, it was A Quiet Place for a long time, Quiet Place 2. Green Knight came in, started a little bit slow. Then Last Duel, which started hot, and then it was between Last Duel and A Quiet Place 2. Then King Richard came along, and, or Come On, Come On came in, and that started slow, but it was percolating. That score with Woody Norman, and then we had King Richard come along, and that for a little while sat atop by itself. And then as time went by, King Richard slipped a bit, and then it became kind of King Richard plus Quiet Place, and then Last Duel kept creeping up, and it was like Last Duel, King Richard. And then for the last few months, actually Green Knight came back, and on my way, I just moved out to LA. On my way out here, on the plane ride, I actually got the chance to watch Last Duel and Green Knight again, and it became so tough to pick between the two because they both offer such similar things, but such different things at the same time. I love some period drama work as well, apparently. But The Last Duel, just the performances in that, I think the Green Knight, Dev Patel's great. I think the story in there is really cool. But The Last Duel just offers something very different. I love the 3 different points of view. I think that really put it over the edge for me. And thank goodness, because poor Ridley Scott ain't getting much love at the awards this year, so he'll get some love from me. Last Duel so slept on. I think anybody watching awards that knows what they're talking about is also saying that that should be up for Best Picture and a lot more. But yeah, my movie of the year, Best Picture Drama, The Last Duel. Okay, that is it. Thank you for watching. All those who filled out ballots: Will McGinnis, John Murphy, Christine Vivier, my mom, Stacey Strassel. I think you guys are all the people that filled out ballots, and I hope that you all watch this, and I thank you so very much. I will get back to all of you once I go over your ballots and let you know who won. And you will be getting, if you are Christine, you'll get a date. And if you are anybody else, you'll be getting a gift card, possibly of your choosing, that will probably not cover the cost of you and whoever you take on a date, but will cover some of it. You'll be getting a gift card of your choosing to a restaurant. Again, only if you win. So, thank you so much for watching. Cheers to you. Have a good night. See you next year.